Imagine the worst week of your life. You have just buried your father. The house is quiet, filled with flowers and sympathy cards. You are emotionally exhausted, trying to process the grief. Suddenly, the silence is broken by a phone ring. You look at the screen. It's an unknown number, maybe a law office or a litigation department. You answer thinking it might be about the will or the insurance, but the voice on the other end is cold and serious. They tell you that your late father left behind a massive unpaid credit card debt or a personal loan that you knew nothing about. They claim the interest has compounded to thousands of dollars. They catch you at your weakest moment, when your guard is down and your mind is foggy with sadness. You aren't thinking like a detective. You are thinking like a grieving child. And that is exactly what they are banking on. This is the first step of the zombie debt trap. You might think, I would never fall for this. I would know if it was a scam. But these aren't random calls. These are highly sophisticated criminals who use obituary scrubbing. They scan local newspapers and online obituary sites to find people who recently died. Then they go to the dark web. For just a few dollars, they buy your father's stolen Social Security number, SSN, his old addresses, and even your name as the next of kin. When they call you, they don't just guess. They know everything. They recite his date of birth, the last four digits of his SSN, and even cite fake case numbers. They send you emailed documents that look terrifyingly official, complete with barcodes, legal jargon, and government seals. It is a masterpiece of deception designed to make you believe that this ghost debt is 100% real and that you are now legally responsible for it. Here is where the psychological warfare begins. In the United States, generally, children are not personally liable for their parents' debts. Debts are paid from the estate, probate. But scammers know you don't know the law. They use fear. They will tell you lies about filial responsibility laws, claiming you inherited the debt personally. They start throwing terrifying words at you: wage garnishment, property lien, civil lawsuit, and asset seizure. They tell you that if this isn't resolved within 24 hours, they will send the sheriff to serve you papers at your workplace, humiliating you in front of your boss. They threaten to destroy your credit score, making it impossible for you to buy a house or a car. The pressure is suffocating. They make you feel like a criminal for a crime you didn't commit. Now comes the closer. After terrifying you with threats of court and public humiliation, they offer you a lifeline. The voice on the phone suddenly becomes helpful. Look, they say, we don't want to sue you. If you settle this today, we can waive the $2,000 in interest and legal fees. Just pay the principal amount of $4,500 right now, and the file is closed forever. It sounds like a mercy deal. You just want this nightmare to end. You want to protect your father's legacy and your own peace of mind. They create false urgency. This offer expires at 5:00 p.m. Panic sets in. You ask how to pay. They suggest a wire transfer, Zelle, or a prepaid card because the system processes these instantly to stop the lawsuit. In your panic, you don't realize that no legitimate law firm demands instant payment via an app. You press send. A few days pass. The adrenaline fades and the grief returns. But now it's mixed with a strange feeling of doubt. You mention the payment to a family friend, or maybe you finally call a real estate attorney. The lawyer looks at the docket number they gave you and shakes his head. This case doesn't exist, he says. He explains that in the U.S., debt collectors must follow strict rules, and they cannot force you to pay a deceased parent's debt from your own pocket unless you co-signed for it. You check your bank account, the money's gone. You try to call the number back. The number you have dialed is no longer in service. The realization hits you like a truck. The debt was a ghost. The law firm was a phantom. But the money you lost, money you probably needed for the funeral, is real and it is never coming back. So, how do you stop these vultures? You need to know the magic words. In the United States, we have a law called the FDCPA, Fair Debt Collection Practices Act. If anyone calls demanding money, do not panic. Do not confirm any personal information. Simply say this: I am requesting a written validation notice mailed to my address. By law, they must send you proof of the debt within 5 days. If they are scammers, they will hang up immediately because they can't fake a paper trail that deep. Also remember, real debt collectors will never ask for payment via gift cards, Bitcoin, or Zelle. They will never threaten to arrest you over a civil debt. If you receive these calls, report them to the FTC immediately. Protect your wallet and protect your peace of mind. Don't pay the ghost.